evening. This is an update for East Providence Crime Prevention's East Providence C.R.P. Crime Prevention. We're doing a little check here on the production of all the equipment, and we got some pots here, various pots, speakers, electronics and whatnot, a bunch of good stuff. The gooseneck assemblies for the microphones and everything are all right here, and some odds and ends, phones, clocks, answer machines and whatnot. We'll go over to the board here. It's 8 feet long. It's going to be a full-fledged board, full-fledged console, so to speak, and see various holes and whatnot for different things to fit into. I'll go down and right down the line. Okay, over here. First off the top, right here, this is a lock, a cam lock. When you turn it, it locks this board, this console board, into the side, so it won't move. Okay, and that I got two, one on each end, one over there, and one over here. Okay. Now, this is a hole for a 4-inch full-range speaker that gets connected to an AM/FM stereo, which will be over here. It's not yet cut out yet. Oh, wrong spot. Right here. And the AM/FM stereo gets put here, and the phone. See the outline for the phone. Right there will be the case number, incident number display. That's a digital display with a advanced switch. This is the button. It's a momentary button that you push down that it advances this display every digit. In fact, I can get you a look at that. It's over here. No. Here it is. Okay. This is the display for it. This fits in right there. Okay. See that? Isn't that nice? Okay, good. Okay, and this display, this is our case numbers and whatnot. This is the digital display that gets our all the case numbers in order and everything. It keeps them in order, so we have a number to refer to when we talk about a case or whatnot. Alright, and we also have a few odds and ends here. Let me show you some of them. Right here is a cutout for an intercom system that will go to our front door, wherever this setup may be. That intercom will be able to communicate directly to the door's intercom system. Right here, this is a cutout with brackets, support brackets. Get a shot of that. Support brackets, see? For a Bearcat scanner, the 560 XLT. That'll go right in here. It's a 16 channel with priority. That'll fit right in there. Surface mounted, not quite flush, but about half of the case, 95% of the case will be in the console. The rest of it will be out. And this will be the scanner speaker for that piece. And these speakers, this one here, and the one right there on your screen. Well, first of all, this speaker right here is for the Citizens Band radio, which just happens to be right here. Okay, that's a Panasonic average. That's 23 channel Citizens Band radio. We use a standard hand mic. The hand mic clip will be located right here. Keep in mind that we are still in the cutting stage of this thing. Okay, but this is the speaker for the Citizens Band radio, again with the heavy duty brackets in there. Okay, but what these switches do down here, this is called a speaker mute momentary switch. You push this thing in, and the light will light up over here, and will also light up over here. And this will allow the dispatcher to mute this speaker and the speaker over there. as to not have a lot of background noise coming in, whether they're on the phone or dispatching a call. This will allow the dispatcher to mute those speakers. Now with the stereo, I said the stereo is going here, in between this area and the phone, and just above the post numbers, the post switches right here. When the dispatcher keys up the radio, they'll have a choice of either a button, which will eventually be put in right around this area someplace, or it'll be put in underneath with a pedal. That's not yet in there. And when the dispatcher keys up, it'll mute the stereo speakers. So you won't, over the radio, you won't hear any of the stereo background at all. It'll mute them every time you key up. It mutes the speakers. It's got two fluorescent overheads lighting up above, 30 watt and a 40 watt, 48 inch and 36 inch. The microphones get mounted right here on this flange with a gooseneck, an 18 inch gooseneck that comes out with a XL arm microphone. The map, we'll get to that later, but this is rocker switches, how you turn on the map. It'll be a rocker switch for the map lighting, which is 120 volts, and also the console lighting, which is right up above here. And there'll be indicator lights for both of those. Also, this is a key, an area for a key switch, which will be master power. You turn that on, it'll turn on all the 12 volt transformers and power supplies that it's going to power this, most of it anyway. The things I could have stayed on with 120 volt I did. The things that I couldn't, I just used the regular 12 volt DC or AC in some cases. Okay, and okay, let's see what else. Right here we got a fan switch. This is for cooling now for the person. The fans will be mounted up here in this corner. Be like a 7 volt, 120 volt fan, and which an indicator light. Have fan 1 with an indicator, fan 2 with an indicator, and 12 volt auxiliary power. That'll be DC power supply. A cigarette lighter, a female plug will be applied somewhere in this corner, and that'll allow for any of us to test any of the 12 volt equipment, as long as it's not audio, have anything to do with audio. It won't test 12 volt accessories. It will just test lighting, not like stereos or anything like that. In here, there's going to be a 24-hour clock placed in here someplace. This is indicator lights for transmitting. The VHF radio would go right in this area right here. Again, this is the speaker for the stereo system. The VHF radios have their own speaker built in, so we're not going to need an external speaker for that. And when the radios are keyed up, either by the pedal or by the button that we place someplace down here, then the red light will be on the bottom, the amber light will be on the top, and also you'll notice that there's a set of them right down here for the same purpose. Amber on the top, red on the bottom. What happens is when the person keys, say they key at this station over here, the red light will light up on the bottom, and that'll also make the amber light on the top over there light up. This way the dispatcher over there knows not to talk loudly if they see the light go on, indicating that one of the transmitters has been activated. And that's just so we don't get an excessive amount of background noise if we can help it. Like I said again, that's for the intercom. This is for the case number. We got a hole over there and I didn't show you what it was for yet. This is for temperature control. It's an automatic temperature sensing device that senses the temperature inside the console. If it gets over 80 degrees in Fahrenheit, the fans that will be placed in the back of the dispatch console will turn on and allow cool air to run through it, and therefore cooling it. There you go. Okay, so we're getting there. This is a piece of 1/4 inch masonite, tempered. I got a 4x8 sheet. Got some extra right over there leaning up against the wall. And the mute switches. Oh yeah, we got these switches right here. These are going to be center off, single pole double throw, which means you can push it up, down, and in the middle. And what this is going to allow us to do is turn on the different posts. There's a total of 10 post cars, 4 patrol commanders, and district commander, which is myself, And these switches will be able to turn on different things on the map console. Now we'll go over to the map console, and this is the back of it. There's got 120 volt lighting inside this map. This is the rear of it. It has the cooling fan, 4-inch, 120 volt also. It sucks the air through these holes in the back, and also on the top. You'll see louvered vents on the top, and on the back of it, this is all a 12 volt lighting assembly. This is a negative bar right here. This will be the negative 12 volt current. Right through here we'll have a common. This will be the common negative. And all these individual lights, these little lights, these are 120 volt lights, neon, and we are getting rid of those. Okay, but because they're not quite as bright as they should be. All the rest of these are 12 volt. They're all red and green, and they're controlled by the switches I just showed you earlier on the console. Get a front view of this. And this is the map of East Providence with all the posts marked on them. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get a little closer. Alright, you can see post 8, post 5, 9, 2. They're all marked in the same fashion that East Providence Police Department marks theirs. So therefore we can learn their posts while we're learning our own, because they're the same. This black area, you can't see them, but all the lights behind each number, there's a number 1 through 10, X1 through X4, and then myself and 3 detail posts marked D1, D2, and D3. These are all controlled red and green and off, controlled by the switches that I just showed you on the console. And what this does is allow the dispatcher to tell whether the unit that they're going to send is in service or out of service. If they're out of service and the number of the post is red, then they can't call on that particular unit. They'll have to call on someone closer to that particular area that they had to be dispatched to. So this is a full-fledged map of East Providence. It's about maybe 49 inches long and about 2 feet wide. High, if you want to, yeah, about 8 inches wide. We got black laminate. These are louvered vents for the air to suck in from. All aluminum framing, and 2 pieces of plexiglass. One's milk white, which allows the light inside to dissipate it, and the map is trapped in between that milk white plexi and an extremely dark smoked plexiglass. And again, this map will be placed up on top of this console, right on the back here. See, there's a lot of equipment up there right now. It'll be placed right along the top of that, and this will allow the dispatcher to be able to just look up to find where a particular street might be, or what post is going to what. And as you see down here, this is going to be a single receptacle. This is going to be it right here, isolated ground. Single receptacle. And that's going to be switched from the console. That's labeled map switch. That'll turn on the lights and stuff. The map will be plugged directly into that receptacle. Also, we have holes in different locations. You can see they're all marked: VHF antenna, scanner antenna, AM/FM broadcast antenna, CB, and another VHF. And what goes in here is an SO239 chassis mount, which allows us to connect the coaxial cable, RG8, to the wall and get it outside to the antenna system. And these will be bolted right into that. This whole desk is can be totally dismantled 100%, except for this top section. And we have yet to get the radios to cut the rest of the holes. We still have to get 2 VHS with a flush mount kit, and also a AM/FM stereo cassette. And we shouldn't have any problem with it, though. Once we get the microphones, like I said, the microphones are placed evenly. 36 inches in from each side. These flanges are placed 36 inches in. And this allows the dispatcher to be able to talk in the center also without having any problem whatsoever to talk on the microphone without moving. And we'll have a recorder system, either reel-to-reel and or cassette, and that'll be mounted underneath, right here on the inside corner of one of these corners, either that one or the other one. And we got to put a center. See that bar right here? That'll support the center section of this. We will have a permanent fixture in there to take care of that problem, because it does sag a little bit after all. It is 8 feet of travel. We have antennas here. This is a Citizens band. It's made by Radio Shack. It's a crossbow. 2-section. 16 feet, half wave. And this in this tube is a VHF half wave, 8 feet. And the VHF one, the one in the white tube, will go up on the repeater site. That'll be the transmitting antenna. And the one next to it, the Citizens band, that'll be connected to the Citizens band unit right up here. And this unit will be able to broadcast on channel 9 and the other channels, but mostly channel 9 will be monitoring that. And that also will be able to do motorist assistance by that antenna using the Citizens band radio. Okay, that about sums it up now. I'll get another report later on after we get everything together again and get more equipment, and I'll start cutting more holes, and I'll take another progress report soon. So, okay, this is Chris Cunha reporting for East Providence C.R.P's Crime Prevention Unit. It's 8/16, and I'll have another report soon. Chris Cunha signing off. A couple of days later here. Right now, trying to get a stereo to fit into the console. And comedy here, as you can see. It's an auto reverse. It's taken out of a junkyard in a car or whatever, and it's trash. The third radio I got so far, it's still trash. This one's workable. It's not the best, but it's free, and it's got fast forward. But we're really not too concerned with tapes. But you know, if we wanted to play, and we got them, and that stereo system will get mounted in right there. And we also have a 4-inch cooling fan. That'll be for the cooling thing over there in the corner. It turns it on automatically to cool everything down. I think. We're still looking for, what are we looking for? Oh yeah, the connection to the antenna over here. Oh, this antenna. It's still have a problem with it. We're going to think about what we're going to do. We got a 1/2-inch nipple for it, or a 3/4 inch rather, and it still doesn't work. As you can see, Rick's been working here, because it's trashed, as you can see. Yeah. Note the mess. Note the cap still up on the flux. What a guy, huh? And he worked an hour on this. Looks good, huh? Let's get our, maybe we can get a good shot of that. There you go. Good hack job, huh? Yep. He's into electronics. Okay, good. And that about covers it really for now. Got the map up here now. And as you can see, the C.R.P. up in the right-hand corner has been lit up 100% now. So we can get a shot of the back of that. We got our transformer. This transformer is the one that's going to operate the 12-volt lighting in the unit. And there's a shot of the 12-volt transformer up in the corner. Wayne purchased that for us, and that runs those 2 sockets on the top. They're not 120 volts. They're 14-volt lamps. And they run on 12 volts. So from now, this is Cunha reporting. There's the time, the date rather, and the time. And that about covers it for now. Till the next time. Thank you. It's Chris Cunha signing off. Alright, here we are again. A couple of days later this was taken. Stand by, we got a battery. Okay, here we are again. Got a new battery here. Progress is coming along pretty well. So far, I got was these things permanently put in, the goosenecks with the wire. This is the XLR plug. This is not a microphone, but I just leave it in there. I got 2 of them right here. But anyway. The wire goes right up inside. Get a shot of that. Get a shot of that. See, the wire goes right up inside, and goes up inside through the tube and into the lights underneath, and then these wires. This is the microphone wire right here. This is going to go up in the corner and run all the way down to the back, into the back of the console. Got the locks in. I don't know if they were there last time I filmed it, but they locks the console in. We're going to have the map pulled down. We're going to add a few things to that also. The antenna that was over here, that's a CB antenna, but the antenna that was there is now up on the building, and I have to get a shot of that also. It's up on United Heights. We got the AM/FM radio antenna attached right to here, and that's for the AM/FM stereo broadcast, and the cutout for it is right here. You'll also see that the antenna, that's the cord, the coax for that antenna right there. And it's a perfect cutout for it, and that will be over here. AM/FM cassette, probably like 4 watts per channel or something. It sounds pretty good though. That thing fits into that slot pretty well. Rick's been working on a few different things. Been working on the map. This I already showed you, but I'm going to show you again. Let's see, this power supply right here, we're going to use that power supply to run that stereo. Also, I got in all the connections for the antenna. These are SO239 chassis mounts. One for the VHF, one for the scanner, and one for the CB antenna, and one for the other VHF radio. You can see the coax comes through on this side. Let's see, here's a good shot. Here's one. Right here. It's a PL259, it's bolted down right into the back, and has a Motorola plug on it, and that goes to the scanner. And over here, same thing, only with a regular PL259. You can see it's connected in the back there. I'll have to bring the camera up on the roof so you can see the rest of it. But we're coming along pretty well, and all the modules and everything's going to be put in. Once we get everything, then we can start finishing this. We're going to run the map, all the stuff that goes to the map on this transformer. It's 12 volts AC. That's going to power all these posts over here, and it's going to be powered by a switch that's going to be located right there, and then we'll be all set. Got a place for the intercom. I don't know if you saw that yet, but place for the intercom. And as far as progress goes in here, that's about as far as I can, as far as I can show you. It's about all we have. It takes a lot of time to do everything. That's about it for now. Next time I film, I should be up on the building. So, this is Chris Cunha signing off. Here we are on Irving Avenue. Here's the progress report for East Providence. And we have the antenna up there now, on top of the Irving Avenue United Methodist Center. It's quite a while from the last time I filmed. The only progress we really did get done is, other than that antenna, we got my truck, little light bar. It has it's an LP light bar, alley lights, and rear flashes. It's about the only progress we get done, other than the last progress report that I've taken, and the antenna on the top of the building. The deal due to crime prevention IDs and whatnot. The 4-4 LP, I put in the alley lights myself. That's tempered glass there. I had to cut them out. And pretty good 60,000 piano bar with speaker system in it. You can see the rhythm in the background. There you have it. And the switches inside. These different switches we put inside.
Did you get some type of impact on the entry you're in?
They're all labeled now as far as what they do. That little toggle switch on the bottom will control the left and right alley light. You can get a visual on the left alley light. It is bright. I didn't really get a good picture of it, but that's the alley light. There's the rear alternating flashes on the vehicle. And the labeling, of course. There's a rotating signal at 640 flashes per minute. So that's about the end of the progress report for now. Until next time, this is Chris Cunha signing off. The C.R.P. progress report.